Hey, it is Mrs. Jones, the systems genius, helping you turn your chaos into clarity by simplifying your business operations with systems, SOPs, and strategy. So today I want to have a conversation with you about the 5 things that you need to make sure that you have in place before you start choosing the tools that you're going to use to automate your business. So oftentimes when we are looking for tools, we're looking for a scheduler that automatically sends out the emails. We're looking for a project management system that allows us to put in the steps and the tasks that need to be completed for each of our clients. We're looking for an email software that we can use to build our email list and engage with our potential clients, right? And oftentimes when you are looking for those software options, you are looking at the features, right? So you're saying, okay, this one allows me to automatically send emails, and this one allows me to automatically create projects when someone schedules, and I can link these two pieces of software together. I can link these two tools together, and this tool integrates with that tool. And while those things are important, they are extremely important, there are actually 5 things that you need to have in place before you start choosing those tools. So I'm going to share those with you today, okay? The first thing that you need to have in place is your own clear personal values. Now, why is that important? That's important because I am a firm believer that, popular to what is often taught on social media, your business is here to serve you first. I don't believe in creating a business or creating a life that revolves around your business, right? Your business is supposed to support you. And so in order for your business to support you, you have to know what your values are. How do you value your time? How do you value your autonomy? How do you value collaboration? How do you value all of these different kinds of things? So what are your personal values that you have that your business is supposed to support you in realizing and maintaining? Okay. The second thing that you need to have in place is you need to have very clear boundaries around those values. So what do I mean by that? Let me give you an example. So for those of you who don't know me, I am a wife. I'm also a mom. We have 4 children, and our youngest 2 children are actually homeschooled, okay? And a lot of my business revolves around coaching, systematizing, helping people systematize their businesses, putting together the strategy for implementation, all of those different kinds of things, okay? What is most important to me is that I am available when my family needs me, okay? And so because of that, I will rarely, probably almost never, ever adjust my personal schedule to meet a business need, right? So if I have, if one of the children has a game, or if one of the children has a performance and it's on a specific day, and we know that it's on that day is on my calendar, and I have a client that says, hey, I know we were supposed to talk on Tuesday, but something has come up. Can we talk on Wednesday? I am probably not going to adjust my schedule. As a matter of fact, it's not probably. I'm not going to adjust my schedule to accommodate that change in time, right? So because of that, I need to make sure that I use a scheduling tool that makes it very clear what those boundaries are, that makes it very simple, and it makes it virtually impossible for any of my clients to schedule something that is going to conflict with something that we have going on in our personal lives. Okay, so that's what I mean, that once you have your personal values, you need to make sure that you have clear boundaries around those values. So that's number 2. Number 3, you need to have a clear vision for your life that supports those values. What do I mean by that? You need to know where you want to go. You need to know where you desire to be. What kind of life do you desire to have? What kind of time freedom do you desire to have? What do you desire to do with that time freedom? Why is that important? That's important because the tools that you use to automate the operations in your business are going to have to surrender to those values. So again, if we talk about the scheduling tool that I use, the scheduling tool that I use allows me to say, okay, if you want to book this kind of appointment, I need this many days in advance. So when you go to my calendar, let's say I have an appointment and I require 9 days in advance for you to be able to book that appointment. I can actually set that in the system so that when you go to my calendar, you won't be able to see anything that's less than 9 days out for that specific appointment. Right? And so that supports the personal life that I desire to have, because again, one of the things that's really, really important to me is being able to be available for my family. Another thing that's really important to me is the fact that I don't work 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week in my business. And I'm not going to create a business that requires that I do that, right? So my tools need to be able to surrender to those values, surrender to the vision that I have for my personal life, right? That supports the values that I have, okay? The fourth thing that you need to have is a clear vision for your business that fits into the vision for your life that supports your values. So once you know what your personal values are, and once you have those boundaries around those values, and you clearly know what your vision is for your personal life, now you can decide how to organize your business, how to create a business that is supportive of those values, how to create a business that supports your personal life so that you're not in a position where you've created something by using tools that cause your business to compete with your personal life, okay? So you've got your clear personal values, you've got your clear boundaries around those personal values, and you've got a clear vision for your personal life that supports those values. And now you've got a clear vision for your business that fits into the clear vision that you have for your life that supports your values, okay? Then the last thing that you need before you start choosing the tools that you're going to use to automate some of the operations in your business is what I call the S triangle. The S triangle means systems, SOPs, and strategy. So you need systems for each aspect of your business. What are systems? I'm actually going to do a video on this tomorrow to break down really what it means to have a system. But it's your order of your processes. So it's the way that you do things. So you need to have those systems. You need to have your SOPs, which are those standard operating procedures. I'm going to do a video probably not tomorrow, maybe a couple of days from now, where I'm going to explain to you exactly what SOPs are, exactly why they're important, and why they are absolutely necessary, especially if you want to go from chaos to clarity in those aspects of your business, and especially before you start to choose the tools that you want to use to automate those operations in your business. And then the last thing that you need is the strategy. So once you have the systems and understand all of the systems that you use, all of the processes that you use to do what you do in business, and you have those standard operating procedures, meaning you know exactly how you're going to do everything it is that you do to be able to run your business, now you need a strategy for automating your business. You can't just say, okay, I'm going to get a project management tool. I'm going to buy the tool today, and then I'm going to implement the tool tomorrow. You may be able to do that if sitting down and really learning the system, or sitting down and really learning that tool is your thing, like you really, really like that, and you're going to buy it, and you're going to spend a couple of hours getting over the learning curve. And on some tools, it's actually more than a couple of hours, but you're going to take the time to get over the learning curve and then use it. I mean, that's totally fine. But honestly, if you are really desiring more time freedom, right? You're already used to the time freedom that you have. And so if you're desiring more time freedom, then it's going to be important that you have a strategy on exactly how you're going to implement that, especially if you have a team. Especially if you have a team. And it doesn't matter if your team is one person who's just your virtual assistant, if it's 5 contractors that you tap from time to time to be able to handle things in your business, or if you have a full size, medium to large team where you are managing 50 people, 100 people, 200 people, 300 people. Before you introduce a new system, before you introduce a new tool into your business, you want to make sure that you have a strategy to implement that tool and a strategy to make sure that everyone on your team can understand and utilize that tool, and that bringing in the tool doesn't cause a gap, doesn't cause gaps and breaks in continuity for the way that you do business, or the way that you onboard your clients, or the way that you train your employees, or whatever the situation is. Okay? So those are the 5 things that you want to make sure that you have in place before you start choosing the tools that you're going to use to automate your business. Okay? If you want some support in figuring out, okay, this is how I want to run my business, this is the vision that I have for my business, I know that I want to operate some of those processes, and I know that I want to document my processes, and I know I want to get some tools in place, but I'm not quite sure which tools are going to work best for me. I want you to click the link in the bio, and you can do one of 2 things. You can schedule a Chaos to Clarity session with me, where we're going to sit down and you can ask all of the questions that you have. If you have questions about automating your business, if you have questions about creating your SOPs, if you have questions about moving forward in automating a specific area of your business, you'll be able to ask all of your questions on that call. Or if you want something a little bit more hands-on, you need something that's got a lot more structure, and you're ready to strategize and you're ready to implement, what I want you to do is click the link in my bio and book your clarity call with me, book your discovery call with me. We'll take about 15 minutes. We'll go over kind of what the challenges are that you're having in your business, or what the areas are that you really want to automate, and kind of jot down exactly what you need to do. And then from there, we'll help you choose some options in terms of how we can service you in being able to move from chaos to clarity, and being able to simplify your business operations with systems, with SOPs, with project management, and with strategy. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Again, this is Mrs. Jones, the Systems Genius, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.